The mission of ECFL is to really equip parents to be the first educators of their children in the faith, and also to build community.
A lot of times you can join other faith groups and it's usually a Bible study. And so your discussion tends to be in a different level. But most of our life is parenting, right? So this opportunity with ECFL is that you are talking about what you are in.
We meet once a week for 7 weeks. It's a 2-hour class. The first hour, the moms and dads interact with their children and kind of begin to introduce them to different tenets of the faith. And then there's a little circle time, and the moms and dads leave and go to the parent discussion.
And share their challenges and their hopes and their dreams for their children together, and realize that what they're feeling, they're not alone.
And that's where kind of the community grows and friendships are formed, and more discussion happens on how to bring the faith into your home and teach the faith to your children.
It is an opportunity to learn about your faith, and so when you're open in that respect, you become closer to the group you're with.
I guess I was kind of surprised at the friendliness and the openness of all the moms. I'm a little more quiet and a little more shy, and within the first half hour of the class, I was comfortable enough where I can talk, and these moms will help and not judge and are real friendly and open.
So right away, everybody shares the same value. So I think it kind of gives you a step up on friendship right there.
I really think that having the same values with other people makes you closer.
There have been friendships formed for the entire family, and we have family get-togethers now on weekends.
You know that it's a relationship, that it's a long-term relationship.
Oh, my child, close your eyes and imagine all the stars.
Being able to come once a week and meet in a place that feels very safe, where people can be vulnerable, where you know you can come with questions and find support and answers, that's invaluable.
And don't worry if you are at the very beginning of your journey or you're way far in. We are a community and we can learn from one another.
For me, Catholicism has always felt like everybody is welcome and come as you are.
So if you don't have a faith life but you want one, this is a great place to start, because you are educating your children as the primary educator, and it's a great way to be able to learn with your child along the way.
My husband and we're multi-faith, and within that, what's lovely is the kids are learning at the same time we are relearning, or for my husband, the first time learning some of the Catholic traditions.
Before we had children, I wasn't going to church regularly, and I definitely wasn't praying in front of anyone. But since really having children, it's become very important, I think, to be a great example for the kids.
I was a little bit concerned on how am I gonna pass my faith to such a young child. So I really believe in ECFL as a way to incorporate that into very young minds.
Motherhood and parenthood is really challenging, and then I think it can also be challenging to be a Catholic in this day and age, and the information that we've been given just already has helped us put some small kind of traditions into play at home.
Something that I never would have thought about was just how important it is for the kids to see us praying.
They make a prayer book. Each week they'll add a prayer, and a lot of the comments were about bringing prayer into their home and praying with their children.
I've learned through ECFL that just everyday life moments I can make faith-based to my kids. Let's look at God's creation, let's look at the clouds and the trees, and be thankful for what we have.
On our way to school now, we'll talk about set an intention for the day, so everyone can pick something that they want to focus on. That's given them that independence and sort of that initiation of how do I want my day to look, and what am I going to ask of God?
One parent shared that she likes to show Jesus with other children to remember that Jesus loves us, and it just gives the children a really wonderful image. So what I did was I put an image above each of my children's bed of a Jesus hugging a little child.
When they see an ambulance go by, I hope everyone's okay. And we do a lot of talk about gratitude in our family. And so even those very small practices on a daily basis, I think it's nice because it weaves in a much bigger conversation.
There's not a better gift than to be able to pass your faith to your children.
It feels like a circle of wisdom. We all learn from each other, and we're all better because we're in it together.
They might just say, I've only been to Mass a couple times, or I haven't been to Mass in a few years, but I just had some children and I feel like I need to get back on track and I don't know how to do that. And if that is you, this class is for you.
Little light of mine.